Welcome back to the Pilates Exchange, everyone. I'm your host, Hannah Teutcher, and I am with my husband.
Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome back. So today we are talking about, I think, a very interesting subject because one of our I don't want to say followers, but a person from our community had reached out and wanted to talk about how she was teaching her Pilates education. She had a person that participated in her Pilates education, and that participant then ended up stealing all of her educational material and repurposed it
Pictures and made money with it.
Yeah, pictures, words, everything, and sold the program as that other person.
And she said he even failed the test.
Yeah. So we don't have any details about that particular situation, and it's not ours to really comment on. But what we did want to talk about is how it's really the world of Pilates education is very, very hard. There's a lot of really great books out there and manuals out there, and we tend to I think there's a lot of repurposing of information. It's hard to create your own stuff like we created ours. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of that, especially in the time of AI, like people stealing or
No, I think I find it like difficult, or not difficult. It's like you have an idea. You've been investing so many hours. You did your own work. You attended workshops, many years of practicing. You finally feel like, yes, I'm gonna have my own method, my own point of view. And you invest in pictures and everything, and then you teach it. You're happy. You make money with it, and all of a sudden, someone else is taking it, and is just teaching it. Someone else, and even takes all the pictures. Like the question goes out to you: what you would do in this case? And now we're going to talk about what we can maybe do to kind of not avoid it. It's impossible. What can we kind of do to protect our own
your own
material?
version?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of different ways, and you know, one thing I think is that you, if you want to be an educator, you know, there's a lot of, but you don't. If you are a single studio owner, it's very hard and time consuming to take all the pictures and write all the stuff, all the exercises, and what do you want to focus on, and all the cue. Like it is just it's an enormous amount of work. There is ways that you can there's a lot of people that are out there that are licensing their teacher training so that you can, I think Breathe Education has one. I know, gosh, I just forgot her name. There's a few that you can work with bigger educators to use their materials so that you can teach your own people, but don't steal. Like that's so anyways, there's one way of licensing. You could create your own, and then you can put the time and the effort.
You can get inspired.
You can get inspired by people.
And then you can also name them or got inspired by, and it's that kind of
you
thing.
can give credit where credit is due. I think that's important.
And then, for example, if you have your workbooks, for example, with pictures, you make sure that's like a copyright down there.
But still, it's your likeness. They can't. Yeah. They shouldn't be stealing.
Especially if it's in a different country, and
it's hard. I mean, we have material out there that we know that we've created that's being used by other people, but we can't stop. Like I'm not gonna. It's hard. You know, it's hard when you know that your stuff is out there and it's getting used in context that you didn't intend on. And you're not making any money from it, and you invested, you know, the time for the photographer like we did. You know, it makes me angry for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say, you know, there's a lot of so besides like teacher manuals, there's a lot of really great books out there already.
You just can go to one of these online stores and type in what you want, and
you'll get great books that are out there. I do wish. As we're talking about, like, it's so hard when we have these, like, Deutsche Pilates Verband, we have the Pilates Method Alliance, and we have there's, you know, in England has one, Australia has one, like it's all over, right? We have like different organizations that are supposed to be representing teachers and studio owners, if I had one wish, I would wish that they would help with the maybe even the creation of materials so we all get on the same page of what is and what isn't in a in a teaching.
You mean like when you do an education, when you start selling your education, that someone is looking over it and kind of, and then you have to go through this one agency, and then if someone
Well,
else is putting their material in, so they can kind of see if there's some
it
similarities,
would
or
be really great if they were science based, right? Like you have that as an issue as well. So like I say, oh, wouldn't it be great if they would help out or decide on one thing? But I think there's so much agenda in these organizations, and I know for a fact that a lot of them do not have, they don't have maybe the background of really making sure that something is science-based, and there's just a lot of bullshit going around. So I don't know if, because I've seen a couple posts where maybe you shouldn't be saying that. And that goes even for the big brands out there.
yeah, sometimes the big brands, they have the most marketing
Yeah.
money. It doesn't mean that they are the best, and then you can learn a lot from them.
But it is, I guess what I'm saying is there is an evolution of teacher training, and there should be an evolution. I don't think that the material needs to stay exactly the same. Like, some of the things that Joseph Pilates said and did, like we now know better. I would never put him as a guru status where he'd teach it. This is just me personally, but every person makes mistakes, right? I think he probably would have evolved. That goes back to that's a different story. What I do think, though, is an issue is the plagiarizing teacher training materials and selling them as your own, especially when it comes down to pictures. That's just really crappy.
What do you mean, using pictures from
someone else?
That you do, yeah. You just go online and take a screenshot and just kind of fill your own book with this kind of things. But
and then also, sorry, one more thing. I also, it came to our attention that someone had come across a book, these are air quotes, teacher training manual that was entirely written by AI. Wow, folks, don't do that. That's there's, that is just not a good idea.
Anyway, the question is where does it start? What's the point, or after which point can you call it kind of, oh, he's stealing or she's stealing my material? Is it already that you repost a video of someone else's account on your account without mentioning the person?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's social media, it's free, or is it then kind of you just use one exercise, or you use a couple words, or is it an entire manual? Where does it start? The word stealing?
And
without giving credit, maybe?
Think about how many hours a week you spend on admin, chasing payments, sending reminders, updating your schedule. Now imagine getting most of that time back. Offering Tree automates the back end of your studio so you can focus on your clients. It's not just software. Studio plans include one-on-one onboarding, twice monthly coaching calls, and a community of studio owners who really get it. Book a free demo using the link in our show notes. Mention Pilates Exchange and you'll get an exclusive discount to get started. It's worth 15 minutes of your time.
Where does it start? The word stealing?
And
without giving credit, maybe?
Yeah, and that's a great point. Is when you're describing how to do rolling like a ball, how many ways can you actually describe it? How many ways can you actually cue it? How many, there is information that's always is just going to be the same, but that doesn't mean that you should be stealing word for word or in taking pictures.
And then also on the other side is kind of, that's too easy, people. Just stealing. It's just come on, put your own work in, get whatever certified, do your research, do something, invest some time. But it's kind of, it's like in the kindergarten, you just steal, you cannot buy it or cannot get it. The other one has a better toy than you have, you just take it. I mean, come on, these people should know better how
Yeah.
to do their own. This is also fun, creating your own thing, and you learn so much
Yeah.
if you do your research, if you read some books, watch some documentaries, or whatever you do to create your own method. It's that kind of, don't go the easy route. It's just in order to train your abdominal muscles, you only have this exercise. So use this exercise and don't invent something else or take other stuff. It's just like sometimes you're trying to reinvent the wheel and it's already there, it's
Yeah.
existing. It's just like, I'm sorry, I got a little bit pissed about that.
Well,
Sorry.
I no, it's fine. The so what we're saying is like there's a lot of different ways to have, if teacher training is your thing, there's a lot of different ways to have successful teacher training educational materials. So again, you can, reference different books that are already out there made by just incredible educators. They've done the work, and support them by buying their things. Please, like I know that there's sites where you just download stuff for free. Don't do that. Like, come on. So you could do it like that. You can license people's teacher training materials, and use them for your own studio. There's a lot of different places that will do that. So see which one aligns most with you. That would be a great way. Or spend the time to create your own stuff but make it really your own. What's yours? What makes your understanding of the method? What do you want to teach? What do you want to bring further? And basically what I'm saying is like leave this Pilates world better than where you found it. And the right.
Yeah, maybe make it easier trying to find a way how you see the things to have your opinion, your point of view, or you see, oh, there's a lack of whatever pre and postnatal and stuff like that. Then this is a niche, and then you're gonna concentrate on that, and then you're gonna be the expert soon in this one.
Yeah.
Maybe do something like that, but
But don't
stealing,
steal.
no. And I also agree with, there's so many books, just buy the books. They're not expensive. Read them. You will learn definitely something before you just take
Yeah.
someone else's material and sell it as yours.
Right. Because it's like even what we do, it's especially like we had looked into a book before we were approached, and my friends, it is not a moneymaker. Like, support people for the work that they're putting out there. It's only fair. A lot of us, like, we're doing this for our fun and because we believe in
It's passion.
it's a passion project. It's not that not that you're getting rich off of
It's
this
like,
kind of stuff.
for me, it's the same thing. You go in the grocery store, you see a nice bicycle or whatever, something. You just don't take it and leave the store without paying.
Yeah.
Or it's just the same thing. You don't do that. But maybe, hopefully soon, the wish what Hannah said, there are going to be some better regulations about it. And
even then, it's going to be really, really hard to come together as a community to do that. It would be great though if we could open conversations up with the different organizations and see where we're at. I have to say that I still do not agree with some of the regulations. The problem is that it wasn't regulated. So we have not registered our teacher training with the organization that is ahead of our community, because I didn't personally feel like their standards were high enough where I want my own. So I didn't want to be associated with that. And that's a choice as well. But I do think that I know that we're going to be having conversations about that pretty soon.
that would be good that it goes through one organization for each country, and then, or a couple of them, and then you always have to go through these agencies, and then they're going to make sure that this material, it's like the same thing when you write a song and then you see someone else is taking the melody from your song. What's going to happen? They're going to be some lawyer exchange, and then they're going to take this one down because it's regulated.
Yeah.
It's clear, it's public.
So there are some countries that are regulated. Just the ones that we know the best is the American market and the German market, and that is not regulated. There are some really maybe we can. I still wanted to have big conversation about the current lawsuit that is going on with some of the archival footage and pictures, but we'll try to get to the source on that one and invite the person that is being sued to onto the podcast. That's a whole nother story. I don't want to get into it because it's not my
it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be tricky.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. I would love to hear what you think about that. I'm sure that there are a lot of you that have been affected. Like if you have a studio and a teacher training, you have probably been affected by this in some way or form. So I would love to hear what you guys think about it, or maybe get some suggestions, like how do you guys want to go forward in the Pilates world? Should we have more regulations, or are we happy with the way it is? And I think regulations then would come through in our teacher training area first and foremost.
Or maybe it happened to you that someone took your material and you found a way how to stop the person to do it. We will also be interested in passing on the information, talking about it.
Yeah.
Of course, if it's confidential, it's also fine. You just can reach out via email. We're always interested in hearing what your opinions are.
Exactly. And we always respect, like if you would like to talk you could even leave us voice messages too.
Yeah.
But
with the new technology.
Yeah, exactly. But we always respect when you do not want to be named. We've never named anyone that has not given us permission. So,
yes.
All right, my friends. Have a wonderful week teaching, and thank you for tuning in. And there we are.
Yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.